We're live. Easy E, how are we?
Shawnee, for the first time in 289 episodes. I'm a bit nervous because it says live on the top of this thing.
Yeah, so we
I
got. Go ahead.
even though I come out with all sorts of shit. Now, for a start, there is no shopping trolley behind me this week. I'm a better man. I'm a changed man.
You
But
sound fresher. You sound fresher.
yeah, the fact that it says live on top though is a little bit scary. My palms are sweaty.
Yeah,
So
so
it is good.
we're coming up with these mad ideas and stuff, and new software for the podcast and videos. And rumor has it the two of us even have one of these ring lights going on, but we won't address those rumors right now. But we are brainstorming different ideas and trying to make the podcast even bigger and better as we head towards Dublin Marathon season and into 2026.
Yeah, and it's looking good. And speaking of those who are doing great things and trying new things, those who took on Ratote Half Marathon over the weekend, my hometown, it looked to be an exceptional event. A lot of people, I know a lot of the guys we had on from Swords Running Club were out there doing a good run. Even members of my own family, brother-in-law took on a half marathon. His neighbor, listeners to the podcast, Alan as well. So well done to everyone who took part in the Ratote Half Marathon. Good story about Ferryhouse Racecourse where it finishes. When I was in school, so do you know the way I ask everyone, oh, where did running start for you? Where did, it was only when I started to see the videos of the half marathon, I started to get flashbacks. When I started in school in Ratote College was a secondary school. It was the first year it was going to start. There was no school built, and it started in Ferryhouse Racecourse. And PE on Monday was great because we got 3 blocks of PE. Do you know the way normally it's 2 classes or whatever when you're in a regiment? We had 3, but the warm up, we had this teacher called Kieran O'Hare, big GAA fan, excellent teacher, just loved sport, and that's why we loved him. But our warm up for PE every Monday was a lap of the race course. So he used to start to watch and he'd give you a 5 minute head start. So I think the lap is, if I go back, it's maybe about two, depending on where you start and finish. We used to start here, finish there, whatever. It was about 2K. Let's say, I
Okay.
can't remember the exact distance. He used to give you a 6 minute head start. And then he'd get his grey Toyota Avensis onto the track. You know where the ambulances drive? That's where we'd run. And he chased us around in the car. And like the aim of the game was to not get picked off, was to try get to the finish line before he picked you off. But like he just had a one-liner for everyone as he passed, he'd have the window down, music blaring, going, Jesus lawless. My mother could have done a bit better. And every Monday, and it was maximum effort, as quick as you can. And that's when my first jealousy of fast running came to play. Some of the guys I went to school with still are phenomenal talents. Owen O'Connor was in my class, Keane O'Brien, a few of these guys, Bobby O'Brien, Brian McMahon. These guys could move. Oh
Yeah.
my God, they were so fit. They were so fast. Great Gaelic footballers, still are great Gaelic footballers, and have played for the county and stuff. But when I was watching this video of people taking photographs in the steps in Ferryhouse, and then I seen people, the leader of the race, heading out onto the track, I was like, do you know the way people are either running for something or running from something? I now know. I'm always running from something. And but it was great to see. It was great to see a lot of people, a lot of familiar faces as I watched the coverage of it. It's great to see so many people I never thought run
Yeah.
doing a half marathon and taking it on. And I remember the dread on a Monday morning for a lot of people when it came to this 2K run as a warm up,
Getting
and then
run
we
down by a teacher would be a bit of a dread, all right, on a Monday morning. That would give me
do
the
you know
Sunday
what?
night
It was
blues.
so much fun. When you look back on it, it was so much fun. But it was great, and it brought me back to think of all these guys I knew when I was younger who were just phenomenal and still are phenomenal athletes, great engines, and I always wanted to try and stick with them, and it brings it back to when you see someone and be surrounded by people. Obviously my football career went somewhere different. I tried the soccer ball, then tried everything else, military, everything else. But them guys really were masters of their craft, just phenomenal, really, really dedicated guys. And having those flashbacks of trying to stick with them, it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, well done to everyone in Ratote. It's an excellent one. I actually, funny enough, I've either been on duty or away, and I've never actually gotten to do it. So next year, it's going in the calendar. I'm going to call it a race for
That's your
next
A
year.
race. That's the A race
Yeah,
next year leading
yeah.
into
The,
Dublin
ho- the
Marathon. It's the
homecoming,
half.
Yeah, and my last 2K has to be my quickest. That's when I hit the race course, it has to be my quickest 2K.
Yeah, you get all the flashbacks and the PTSD and stuff from there. But when you're watching these videos, can I ask, because this is something that I don't think I've asked enough people in the podcast, did you see people wearing calf sleeves? Because I was wearing them today doing a 20K. I did a 20K run because, and look, it is not smart coming back from a calf injury doing 20K, but it's 6 weeks going to Dublin, kept it slow, 6-minute pace. But
What do you mean
I
slow? What do you mean slow?
for
Some
me,
of
it
us
was
are
compared to
proud
where I
of a
was,
6-minute pace.
compared to where I was for like 4 weeks ago. I'd like to think I'm
slap
doing
your
a little
jaw.
bit faster right now, but I was okay heart rate.
I don't care if it's live. I'll slap your jaw.
But no, felt good. Everything felt okay. It was like a 1-2 out of paying calf. Like I shouldn't be jumping from like 7K then on a bike to do 20K, but I feel like I need to do something with 6 weeks go to Dublin. But these calf sleeves, I'm wearing them. I don't know if it's out of like, I don't know, you're injured and stuff. You put on knee bandage. Does it actually do anything? Does the calf sleeves? I suppose a small bit of compression and stuff, but I have no idea if it works or not for me. But I think this one from my first marathon wearing these calf sleeves, it keeps going this way and I don't get injured leading into it. So I don't know what people think about them. I must start asking more. I don't know if it's one of those. I don't know.
Oh, it's Katie wears them the whole time. She swears by them because she struggles with her calves when she runs, and then she uses them. Like I suppose the idea of compression socks and stuff like that is to try and keep everything a little bit tighter, the blood flow coming back up the body instead of there's a lot of research behind that, but I suppose it's either for you or it's not. I wore them the day of the Ironman, and I actually was grateful for them. I never trained with them. I never did anything, and I wore them.
You tried something new on the Ironman day, of course.
Yeah. Well, sure. Look, I needed anything, but the reason I did it was, this is going to sound ridiculous. So they were telling me about shaving your legs for cycling because it's worth about 5 watts per whatever, and I was like, shave me legs. Right, we won't be doing that. So I thought, okay, well, what if I get the compression socks? Most of my leg, therefore, will be covered and somewhat. Now, there's still, if you look at aerodynamics, it's still friction off the sock or whatever. But is it better than hair? Who knows? So that was one of the driving factors. But I have to say, one element that didn't really hurt was the calves. Everything was sore, don't get me wrong, but I did notice a little bit of the difference when it came to the longer distance and look, 12, 13 hours of exercise. You'll take any help you can get. But would I don't know about for a half marathon. But again, if you're carrying injuries, like if it works for you, it works for you. It's the science is obviously there, and that's why they're selling them. And placebos, not placebos, it's working for some people. And even if it is a placebo, why not?
Well, I didn't get injured anyway today, and the legs feel okay. It was around an hour or so after doing the run, so I got in just before the rain as well. Being a fair weather athlete like yourself, you rubbed off me in a bad way, but I feel okay. So I'm gonna have to try and slowly build up. But I'm very conscious now. We're heading into 6 weeks away from Dublin, and I just feel like I need to push on a good bit now. Having done very little over the last 4 or 5 weeks in terms of running, I'm getting near that Eric Lawless 4-week to marathon training plan.
Yeah, look, it's an expert plan, and I charge a premium for it as well.
I'm sure you will.
It's consolidated. The only thing is, if this works for you, these are going to turn into your travel bands. For those who don't know, Sean has these. It's like a bobbin on his wrists, and it has like a fake button on it that he supercharges, apparently. So he wears both of these when he gets on a plane, a bus, or a bike, or in a swimming pool, and he's like, "Oh, if I press this, it's not gonna make me get sick." So if you get through this marathon without feeling sore in your calves, you're gonna wear these things to bed.
I have gotten sick on a boat, on a plane, on a bus, on a car, on a bike, the works. But every time I got sick, I didn't wear those travel bands. So when I wore the travel bands, I did not get sick. So they work. So these calf sleeves could be a new thing, and I have to start wearing them all the time.
It looks that way. So but it's definitely one to see. And it's nice that we have Helen joined us in the chat as well. So the best thing about trying new systems is we get to see people who are joining in and waving to us and asking us questions. So it works, Sean. It's
technology has worked for so far, but since there is people in the chat and maybe they're afraid to answer this one, but I do have to ask, considering what you've done the last 2 weeks, Eric, like I was lucky enough to run with people this morning, and it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have got up at 7 o'clock in the morning, go for a run. But there is going to be some runs over the next 6 weeks. I'm going to have to run by myself, and I'm afraid to ask this question. But in terms of music, what would you suggest?
Oh, song of the week. Do you know what I'm thinking, Sean? I'm thinking I'm gonna set up a little, what you call it, Spotify one, right? And I'm gonna like, it's gonna be a disaster if you're using it for a long run. It's gonna have 3 songs in it because I'm on week 3. But I'm gonna add in a song choice of the week, just random ones that come on. So I've started this thing where I've just put on a shuffle, a random shuffle. Like my music taste goes from everything from orchestras to Disney to Taylor to heavy metal to EDM, dance, like you name it. Any given run day, there is any given song day. So we've got gimmicks coming out of our ears now.
I was gonna say, out of all them, the only one I don't believe is heavy metal. I can see it with Disney and everything else.
Oh, there's one or two now you could get, but there's one that caught me this week that I was I don't know, maybe it's because I've been away. I haven't heard it, but I'm guessing it was pretty popular because by the looks of things, it was in the Irish charts and stuff. But if it's called, well, if anyone is in the chat and wants to give me a song week recommendation, I'm happy to take it before I give mine. But it's, I wonder, can I play this? Will we get kicked off if I play a song? Will I?
No idea, Eric. This is all brand new to me, man.
Sean, there I was in the gym, surrounded by all my apartment buddies screaming, and this one came on. And it was on a leg day. I was having an awful day. So it was, I was really struggling. So one day I just was like, why is it about leg days? But this song came on and the foot start tapping, the head start wiggling. The boys thought I was talking to them, but it wasn't. I was just enjoying myself. But listen.
Don't get me through a leg day, Eric. It's a nice little beat to it. No, I don't know. Get me through a leg day.
Rocky Balboa. It wasn't like that, but I don't know. It just did it. So it's this week's song of the week. This is The Life by Amy MacDonald. It was magic.
I got her name.
It went straight back onto repeat. I was like, give me that again. That was brilliant.
So you've Enrique, last week was Pink, and then you have Amy MacDonald this week.
Amy MacDonald now, yeah. Who knows what's going to be next week? It's going to be a fun week.
I love the way you've got all these different genres and stuff you talk about. Yeah, those are similar paths so far for the first 3 songs.
Yeah, but they're similar paths. But like, you know, cheese is still cheese, Sean. You know, it can still be cream cheese. It can still be feta cheese. Do you know what I mean? It's a different taste for each one. So we'll see what comes next week. Oh, it's just whichever one stands out, Sean. I don't make it up. You know, it's just, it stands out and I go, right, that one is the one for this week. So yeah, no, it's really, really good. But this week is another week of another guest.
Absolutely. Yeah. This week we are, our guest this week is venturing from a completely different background, from horse racing background into the running world, and excelling now in the running world. A couple weeks ago, he was in the World Masters representing Ireland. So very excited to listen to this week's guest in the podcast.
Yeah, it's another, in our opinion, elite athlete, and always in their humble opinions, they're just people out for a run. So it's another great episode. It's another one for all those who are continuing on their long journeys, because it is the roughly around the longish runs these next couple of weeks. So we really hope this episode gives you something to train with, some inspiration to keep training. And if you haven't even started your long journey into running, a bit of inspiration to get the shoes on and get started. It's a great episode, a really great listen with a really humble and fantastic athlete. It's time for this week's episode of the Any Given Run Day podcast.
Let's go.